friends. So I did all my cutting. And I kind of kept the borders, which is what we're going to make today, off to the side. And then all of the other stuff together. I have two different kinds of cutout things. So we have all the plants and stuff, or beet vegetables, and the kind of people-y things that we're going to do paper dolls with next week. But I also have these guys, which we're going to put on the borders. So I have a bunch of little cutout things that are going to help to make our borders more interesting, right? So, bink-a-bink, people-y things, border things. Some of them are tiny. I didn't know if they would make it over here. Tiny things. I'm going to keep that little batch all together because they're all the same. And then there's oranges that go with them. So we have some nice color things that go together. Oh, look at these guys. Hold on, did I get another one? Those little blue flowers. Pink. And I think these are all, oh, there's a border piece. And there's the other side of that. Okie doke. So now what we're going to do is we are going to see if I have any backgrounds made already. Oh, that little piece is going to be the end of me. You know, if you spit on your finger, you can pick stuff up. Okay. All right. So this is a journal I'm working in. And I want to see if, oh, look, see, I do. I make these kind of borders all the time so that I'll have things all ready to go. So I bet you I don't have any backgrounds, so we're going to make backgrounds. Let's talk about spreads. So there's two different types of people in the world, I feel like. People that make wide ones and people that make tall ones, right? And I'm actually putting more of these onto my, oh look, we have a bird. We found a bird. I love a bird. I'm actually going to put these onto art for sale. So instead of making wide, I'm going to make more tall ones like this one. Instead of the 2-page spread, I'm going to go with a 1-page spread. Look, we got borders all over the place. That's a good one. Ooh, yay, we got to start there. Do we have purple? We're going to have to look through our colors. All right, let's make these on purpose. What we need is, I have a whole bunch of paint here already. I don't know if it's the colors I need, but we'll grab the colors we need. I like distress paint because it's from Tim Holtz. It's water reactive, which I enjoy quite a bit. Let's see, do we have any oh, those are dirty. We're gonna need a couple paint brushes. I wish I had bigger paint brushes, but they're all in the kitchen, dirty. So we're just going to go with what we have. The first thing I want to do is I want to kind of sort out my backgrounds. So I have a whole bunch of brown backgrounds, but having looked through my book, I already have a bunch of brown backgrounds. So I don't know if I'll make those or just toss them. I just cut them out because they were there. So I have purple and yellow, which could go together. But purple and gray, I didn't see a gray one. That could be really pretty. And I got a bunch of gray. And then more yellow. So we're for sure going to do a yellow one. And then we might have enough for, oh, here. There we go. I'd like to make at least 4 backgrounds, I think. 4 pages, not double spreads, but single spreads. Look, I almost feel like we could do this sort of reddish. Oh, we have pink for sure. All right, let's put these guys in here. Let's keep the pinks. Oh, yeah. Pinks go together. Nice me. And then these are sort of red. Let's put the oranges with the reds. We have more grays with some words. As I see things, I just cut them up. Maybe we'll do like a black and red and white. I don't know. Maybe. This feels like just from, that feels like I don't like it. Garbage. Then I have a couple blues and then some more purples. Okay. I don't feel like we have, all right, let's see if we have enough black and red. I don't need the blues. I'm going to trash them. Reds. That's kind of cool. Let's see. There were some that were really dark. That looks dark. See, I think I'm trying too hard. And whenever I try too hard, then I'm not happy with the border. So these guys are all getting pitched. I don't need another brown border. I looked through and I have plenty of brown borders. Okay. So let's start with, this one has the least. We're going to keep this guy off to the side because he's going to have to just take whatever he can get at the end. This guy has plenty. The yellow has plenty. So let's do yellow and pink together. And then let's do purple and orange together. I like to use Nuvo glue. I had it sitting on my holder. Okay, so let's start to see what we have. You want to kind of move the different kinds of pieces around so you don't have all the same thing in one place. I like to think of it as, oh, there's that. This is great yellow. Okay. We have good yellow stuff. We have plenty of yellow. But we don't have enough yellow. See, we have a little bit of yellow in this one. I'm almost thinking we could put a couple of these with this pink if need be, right? So let's get started with the back. That one has really dark. It doesn't feel like the others. So I'm going to trash that. We have plenty, obviously. Okay. I feel like, so here's another thing that I sometimes do is I'll do tops and bottoms, right? And that may be what I want to do. Hey, Wall's here. Hey, Biggie. That may be what I want to do here, is have the bottom of it be kind of the that isn't very straight. Cut like a drunk sailor. I think that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, it won't go all the way around, right? There's gaps. So I want to make these the fillers, not the features. So I'm just going to start here, and obviously I need a piece right there. Let's see if Nuvo can do it. Nuvo. I haven't used this glue in like 3 weeks, and it just pops right out. That's why it's my favorite. Wally Beagle, you want to come in, honey? Oh, I was wrong. It's the tiny dog, not Wally. We're just going to go right along there. I glue all the way around and then a little bit. And if you see some wrinkles in there, don't worry. I have done extensive research into glue, and the Nuvo doesn't stay wrinkled. Oh, shoot. You know what else I want to do first? I want to get some color down on here to be the background of the yellow. And I don't want a contrast. I just want it to be somewhat similar colored. Oh, I got 2 yellows out here. So that it is not distracting, because the background isn't what my collage is going to be about. The background is just the background. The problem with putting all this water on here is we're going to have to dry it with use the glue gun. What is it? No, the heat tool. People have real dryers. Oh, the hub's got a new phone. It's funny. He said, "Do you want a new phone?" I'm like, no. I hate moving all the stuff from my phone to another phone and then figuring out how a phone works. And my phone is like 5 years old. It's fine, right? He's like, it comes with these ear pods. And I'm like, no. And then he's like, it comes with this cool, because his phone is not 5 years old. He is a geek, and so his phones are always up to date. So eventually he talked me into it. So one of the horrors I'm going to have the rest of the day is fixing my phone. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick. I'll be right back. Another reason why I like distress paint so much is it doesn't have any filler in it. It's why it dries so fast. And but because it doesn't have any filler, like if I were to use this folk art paint and put it on and do all this brush strokes, all where the heavy brush strokes are would be dimensional. But distress paint isn't dimensional because it doesn't have any fillers in it. I kind of want, I think that way. I want that weird white edge. I think I'm going to put the weird white edge over here so that it gets covered up by something. Do not fret. We can cover, I could cut it off, right? It's not like I couldn't cut off a weird white edge, but I'm just going to put it over here where I know it'll probably be covered. And I don't know yet which, I have two. Wait, I have two backgrounds that I know we're going to do. I have the kind of village scene, which we might use on one or two of them. And then I have, for the person, I have the hair. This to be a little skinnier. There we go. Doesn't take up so much space up there. If you see me getting ready to make another border without painting the back, you just yell out, okay? I know I can't hear you, but maybe I'll get your vibe. I have a friend who's very into the fact that time works on many dimensions. And so when I just said that, I'm like, oh, Barb would love this. She'd be like, oh my gosh, they came forward in time to yell in your ear. I sort of believe that too. I think there's different timelines because like I will go past we have a little dresser in the front hall, and I'll go past the front dresser and everything will be fine. And I'll go back past the front dresser and the drawer will be open, right? And I know for a fact in the past, I would have tried to convince myself that, you know, maybe Johnny went through or maybe I left it open, but I know they can't fool me anymore. I know that another me opened the drawer and left it open. And that's so like me that it just makes sense. It's me. Ooh, that fits. Who knew that would fit? All right. I have one more piece of this, and then I'm going to have to use one more piece of the cheese, or what is it, mac and cheese. And if I have to fill in a piece that's not exactly like the rest of them, most of the time, I am going to put it on the bottom because I tend to center my work. Like, I don't use the frame as a frame. I use the frame as a guide. So say I were going to make, trying not to get glue on everything. Hold on. So say we were going to use this gal to make the hair head. I would have her start below the edge of the bottom frame, if that makes sense. All right, now we need pink. Hang on, I've got to go get pink or gold. We could use pink and yellow. Actually, I think I want just a light pink. This is called Kitsch Flamingo. And I just want a light pink. There's already junk all over there. Oh, well, that wasn't what I was trying to do, but it will work. Me. I got to stop trying to think about two things at once. All right, Tim Holtz tip. Pick up your paper when you're trying to dry it, because then you're not trying to dry it against the bottom paper. All right, let's lay it out. Oh, the light bulbs. I love these. They're going to be fun to doodle. This one I am going to make them all mixy matchy. So now I want to have bigger ones on the corners to anchor them. Maybe we do. Oh, I don't have these many big corners. That'll be fine. All right. We have lots and lots of this paper. I do want to have opposite corners though of this, right? If I had this on both those corners and this on both those corners, then it doesn't make your project feel balanced. It makes it feel side heavy because these are heavier in feel than those. All right, let's put this one down first. If I can avoid using this one that says Neutrogena, I'm going to. Just because I like to write my own words in if I'm going to write words. I had some words, but I think they're gone now. I think they were on the blue. I don't really worry about words when I'm cutting stuff out or little bits like that because I know that I will probably be covering them up with stuff. I think if you can get into your head that the background is just for the back, you'll be so much better off because you won't be spending, you know, a ton of time. Well, I guess I don't spend a ton of time on it at all. I just need to have a base. And I'm just trying to make it a little interesting, right? I'm not trying to make it perfect. Let's see. Oh, we got a number. I like a nice number. I pay extra to put numbers on with Tim Holtz ephemera. So when I can get a number on there just randomly, it just gives you another little boop of things as a layer. Oh, look, see? Pumpkin flan. I had no idea that was pumpkin flan. I thought it was a charger. Isn't that interesting? I think the pumpkin flan is in with the orange. And I do like them cut straighter than this one's cut, but I'm trying to squeak this in. I was going to try to do some of the magazine collage, you guys. I guess I could make paper dolls, but you can't. Oh, perfect. Oh my goodness. You can't really work on your journal when it's wet, or you shouldn't work on your journal when it's wet. We should let the glue settle, and I frequently work on my journals when they're wet. It's not the end of the world, but if you can avoid it. See, I like these better than the other ones. Can I cut that in half this way? If this is your first time watching, I shake. I do nothing but work with my hands. I do my journals. I spent the morning cutting all these images out. And before I spent the morning cutting all these images out, I spent the first part of the morning blogging, typing the whole time. So I spend a fair bit of my time using my hands, and it makes me shake. This is kind of pretty, isn't it? I still think I like, oh, that's not quite wide enough. And I don't want to make a problem for myself. I have enough. I have 99 problems. My border shouldn't be one. So let's go ahead and just cut this piece to fit. I like the, oh, we can cover the pumpkin flan words. Look at that. Perfect. See, this is why I never worry about having stuff, because I can cover things up like a champ. And the multiple layers is also why, now we have all these left, so we're going to keep these over here. And we're done painting yellow backgrounds. Let's shut that. But the multiple layers is why your journal will get chubby, right? So on a page like this where there's so many layers, your journal would just keep getting fatter and fatter. All right, let's go a couple pages. Oh, we're doing purple. Could we? Yeah, we're going to do this. Is this color? Well, I think I could fill in the purple. So we're doing purple and pink, orange. No. All right, we'll do this side. We can't do the orange on purple. And do we know why, class? So you can always do something that goes with, like, do you remember Granimals? Ooh, this is going to be a fun stripey one over there. But you could have like the blue tag and everything would match with the blue. Or you could have the red tag and everything would match with the red. Well, that works because if you look at the tones of these, first off, they're lighter colored. They're both in the same tone of kind of bluish, grayish. One of them isn't like neon blue and one of them isn't another color, which is another reason why I like using Tim. I'm just standing Tim today. All his paint colors go together because they have a lot of tone in them. They're darker and deeper than normal paints. But the reason why you could do purple and blue, you could do blue and green, right? But you couldn't do orange and blue. And the reason for that is that you don't want to have three of the primary colors. So purple is blue and red. So it's fine to put in here. That's how I think of it. Now, other people think of it different ways. So you do you, like Diane Reevely does all warm colors or cool colors. I think she would think of these as both cool colors, which is probably what I'm trying to explain about the size of them. Mostly cool colors, warm colors, right? So red and yellow are warm colors, purple and blue are cool colors. So maybe we're all getting to the same place, just explaining it a different way. I'm going to dry these real quick. I'll be right back. All right, let's do our purple. Let's see, which one are we going to do our thing on? See, I like this side better. I kind of think I would want that on green. Or yellow? Did we do yellow? We're just going to kind of cheat this. Well, that's that roof. I love the little people, but I think I'm letting it get away from me because I love the little people. We're going to put this to the side. I'm not sure I'm going to use that, but let's go back to our purple border. There we go. And how much purple do we have? Did I just leave? Goodbye. All right, so we do have to go down the middle because we're doing this. Let's see. Magical Think. That is too much right there. Okay, there we have Say. What if we put those guys over there and left these guys over here? This guy doesn't match. This guy doesn't match, but we're not going to throw him away right this second because we could cut him off if we run out. All right, I want exciting bits on the corners. Okay. Oh, we could put Think down here. Think. Oh, look, that's exciting. Look, we got a twofer. Like a gray purple and then a deep purple. That's fun. When I was cutting out the stuff, I noticed we don't have enough arms and legs. It's fine. So we're going to have to find some arms and legs, unless I can use those little tiny bird legs that we just found. All right, this is going in the back. Yeah, so when you're cutting out pieces of border, first off, don't get attached to them, right? Like there's a ton of colors in the rainbow that you can cut out of a magazine, right? I don't think you have to have, I'm kind of looking for a skinny one so I can keep my magical. You don't have to have a huge collection of border pieces unless you like to do that. And then have a huge collection and just, you know, you do you. But for me, I don't need a huge collection of border pieces because functionally when I'm cutting all those pieces for the collages, I'm going to have border color pieces that are left over, right? Like when a lot of these, I just cut all these ones. I just cut because they were around the pictures that I was cutting out. And then I was like, okay, fine. This is from that big fold out page. If you watched last week or a couple weeks ago, I guess, we had a hurricane in the middle. Starting to feel like a broken record living in Florida. And the hurricane. All right. On this, I will always put something that's dark and heavier at the bottom, right? Because then, oops, that won't work. It's not big enough. I don't want to make a problem for myself. Here's a piece. But I don't want to, I can have it on a side, but on a bottom, if you had, oh my gosh, I think the paper's still a little, or the background's still a little wet. It will be fine. This is just an extra page anyways, I guess, unless we find something we want to put on it. Oh, you want to know something fun? So the year of the videos, which I think was 2020, when I did a video a day for a year, I would just record making all these. So I would say we were going to do a border. I would record the intro. Hi, it's me. Hi, friends. Da, 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 da. And then I would do the borders. And then I would do the next border and start it with, hey, friends. Because this is really how I work. I don't come in and start a collage and cut out the stuff for one collage and then go back and cut out the stuff for another collage. What I do is I cut out a whole bunch of collage stuff and a whole bunch of border stuff. I feel like this would be better over there, except it's not fat enough. Is anything fat enough? Nothing is fat enough, so we are going to go that way. I want to bury that weird white thing. Ooh, how about this? Ooh, that's pretty. Where was I? Anyways, I tend to do a lot of this kind of thing where I'm prepping a page with all backgrounds. And the pages are wet, so you can't do anything with them. So then you're like, just checking to make sure we have enough. We have enough. The pages are wet, and it wouldn't matter if we didn't. I would just paint in purple where the gap was. Call it batching. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of this thing. And then I'm going to go edit the video and put it in and do all that. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of, I have so much glue on my hands, making paper dolls, right? And yeah, we'll try to pick a background for them, but mostly the backgrounds don't matter. Mostly the paper dolls go on whatever backgrounds I have already. I promised you backgrounds, but if I hadn't promised you backgrounds, I can tell you in all sincerity. Oh yeah, we ran out. Oh, no, wait, you ready? So close. That's fine. If I wasn't making backgrounds for you, I would have just painted the middle of the two borders I already had. Or sometimes, like with that cat one, I just use a big, I might have used the village with the tiny people for a background and not had to do that background at all. Now we just have one more to do, but we already haven't, we're already ahead of, oh boy, I was a bad cutter. All right, this is good because then I'll show you how I fix a gap and why I don't worry about gaps. All right, one more. All right, this page is the back of this page, right? And we already got this paper damp, so I wouldn't do this side. I would do this side so that it will dry faster. If I do this side, the paper's already wet on the back, and I'll have a hard time getting it to dry. Even enough to do. Can we revive this paint? You never know. we're gonna try. Is it turning back into paint? It's turning back into paint, yes. Okay, we need a lot more water than that. And then this one's never gonna dry. Now, I'm surprised. I must have left the lid cracked because you see me using Tim Holtz paints all the time. The only one that consistently does this for me is the Villainous Potion. And what we're gonna do is, at least we got some out of it. Ooh, where's the rest of it? Is it in here? Can we smooch it on? This is gonna be the jankiest background ever. But you know what? Is it working? It's working. All right, that's fine for me. Sorry for that display. I got really excited in the middle there. All right, I got to dry it. All right, I think carved pumpkin. I'm going to have, remind me next time we use that. I have a batch of backup paints over there. All right, we can throw away these guys because we used that page. All right. And this didn't dry as well as those other ones did because it already has something on the back, so the air really can't get through to it. Very sad. Oh, I love that. Well, this is going to be an exciting one. All right, I'm going to put these dark ones down here and these light ones up here. And that works because the sky is light and the ground is dark. So we always expect things that are light to be at the top and things that are heavy to be at the bottom. That's just how humans work. And if you think that's weird, you should make yourself a background with the, and unless you're having night, right? Like if you're doing something for night, then the black sky at the top makes sense, or the black, you know, if you're doing something dark and broody, then that would not be a bother at all. But if you're doing just a regular collage where you're not trying to make it the background a statement piece, then mostly you want the top to be light and the bottom to be dark. Right. All right. Now let's start thinking about our extra nibbles we have, because we have a fair few. Did I get them all? I'll have to look. I feel like I cut out a bunch of them for you because I love you. I'm going to put these cute pieces at the bottom here. So I need a little piece right there. Let's go with this. I ran out of purple, or I would have used a little piece. Let's do it the other way around. Pink. I try not to make problems for myself. As few problems as I can. If there's problems, it's fine, but let's, what is it? Invite trouble? Don't invite trouble. I grew up in Pennsylvania. We have a lot of sayings. I'm not using the pump up. Like I said, I don't tend to use words in mine because I can draw my own words. But you could cut out words and use them in your design as part of a design feature if you wanted. Okay, so of the pieces that we have, and I think we probably have enough, I'm gonna do this real quick. I will be right back with you. Wow, this one struggled to get dry for the exact reason I said before. This side was wet, and now this side was wet. All right, I'll be right back. I'm sticking stuff down. Okay, that one turned out to be a little bit of a janky one, but that's okay. All right, let's pick. Now that I have glue on my fingers, I can pick everything up. Now you have a choice of whether you want to have similar colored border pieces. So if you see this here, it's similar colored. If you put it over here, it's kind of in between the two. But if we come over here, it's going to have high contrast because it is the opposite color on the color wheel. All right, these guys are gonna go on here because they're very beautiful and I love them. I do think I'm gonna put my cookies there. And I think I'm gonna put I think this is gonna have a flower border-ish. I'm gonna put my squashes over here. We're just gonna put all those over here. These guys we're gonna put on a different one. All right, and that one, because I just want this to be cookies. All right, I have a 4-up cookie. Here's this one. So this is the way that you can lean into fixing a problem. So I'm gonna put, and I want it to go off the edge. So there, we fixed that problem right out. Now this one, I feel like, and this is the reason why I like our stuff to go in and out, because then it gives me places to hang things like that. Then I know where to put something interesting, because something interesting is already happening there. All right, this one has a top thing, and I'm going to cross that goodbye, because the more things you can get to touch, the better. So if I were to put this guy over here, then I have a whole bunch of, already at the top, things that don't touch each other. But if we make them touch each other, then that will be a nice little vignette for him. Can we make, I'm going to make a little across the way border. I'm going to make a base with this one, a cookie base. And then I'm going to stack, oh, I like that other one. This is going to be the middle cookie because nobody likes the middle cookie. And then the dotted one will be the top one. All right, now we want to look around and see what else is happening. I feel like we could do a cookie here. Yeah, because there's a raggedy bit there. And we have a whole bunch of them on the inside, so let's go out to the edge. So the first thing we can do to get more cookies is cut this cookie in half. So we could do it in here, right, if we had a lot more cookies. But I'm going to do it up here off the top, so it's going off the page. So we don't want everything to be stuck in the middle of the page. We want things to be moving around the page. I'm not going to do it down here where we have a problem because I'm going to paint that problem. So now we have, do we have anywhere else? I feel like I could do that there and call the cookies done. All right, now, actually these orange ones are too much. Too bright for this space, so we'll put them back over there. So this little blue vignette thing, I adore. I'm going to make that a little feature up here in the corner. So we're going to hide the fact that this one is missing. I'm going to go right on that corner there. Then, because this is going to be a flower themed page, because I'm going to make those squashes into flowers too. Very cute. Oh, it covered part of our magical. Yay, we're fixing a problem. All right, now let's lay them out and see where we like them. Do we have enough for the corners? I have enough for the corners. I have an extra corner. These I'm all going to keep on the inside because they're kind of they're going to be a feature of the design, not just blobs around. Maybe I'll make them some stems. Well, that's an adorable little one. Let's stick that one right in there as if it's tucked under the edge. Oh, there's another one. Oh, maybe we will go off the side, like right there. Because we have some that are already cut in half. I lied to you. I lied to you 5 seconds ago and said I wasn't going to go off the edge. But I don't want this huge blobby thing sticking out into the middle here. So having one of them on the edge is not the end of the world. Let's do another one just to make everybody... If I do something wrong once, I do it wrong more than once, right? So I wouldn't have just one sticking off the edge. I don't generally put, I'm going to add to this little bunch here coming in. I don't generally put anything like here because we're probably going to put something there. But it'll be nice because then it'll be partially covering that. All right, now we have pink. So we have a plethora of... Are we going to use the little orange bits as a complementary thing? And have I lost the rest of them? If we find more of them, we'll put them on. Okay, these guys are going to be pink. And I have a feeling where's the pink? See how these guys, we're going to go matchy-matchy more? Not exactly matchy-matchy, but complementary, right? Because pink and mauve are on the color wheel together. If you can start to think about how the color wheel works, you can pretty much put anything together and have it look halfway decent because the colors will match. And that'll make it pleasing to the viewer's eye, whether or not, so we're going to go opposites, right? So we wouldn't put this on here, this on this side, we're going to go opposite corners. If you can make the colors match together, it's pleasing to the eye and people will like your designs better. So anyways, let's take a quick look at the end. I think we got 6 backgrounds. All right, so we have pink with the different circles. We have yellow that were real ones. This was an extra. I kind of love that one. This is a cool one. Don't use your scissors to cut wet paint. And then we have this one. These guys, they're just annoying me. We're not doing that. They've been bad edge pieces. Anyways, this is so wet. I wish I could stay with you and play more. But we'll be back next week. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.